Yeah, my name is Esther Badenhorst, and I'm from South Africa in Limpopo, Polokwane, and I'm just here to give you part 2 of the message for South Africa. What should you vote? So if you have a look at please look at part 1 to understand the fullness of what I gave earlier on. And what I did earlier on is I gave this information. I'm just going to brief you on that. I refuse to stop doing nothing, and that is so important as a Christian. We have to do something. The Lord is giving us a choice between vote or war, because what's going to happen if we don't vote? God's watching to see what is our choice. We have to choose. It's a democracy. If you say Saul is biblical, we're going according to Saul's principles, well, we are under a Babylonian rule. So we need to stand up and we need to do something about it. I explained about the toppling. If we have 6 apples here and we have 4 on this side, 6 out of 10 will give you 60% for socialism or communism, because you've got more apples on voting for parliament to have so many more. I'm using apples as an example, but it's you and I, it's people, it's voting for the ANC, the BLF, the EFF, whatever is communist or socialistic rule. I'm just comparing the two because that's the biggest warfare at the moment. And then on this side we have Christianity and Judaism. I haven't put in the Jews' names here, the political party, because we are focusing on Christianity, because we're supposed to be 80% plus or 75% plus. Now, if you say to me you don't want to, it means you're giving more say. If you say, no, I don't want to vote, I want to sit at home and do nothing, you're actually giving more access to your opposition. And here you can see 6 apples out of 4, 6 out of 10. If you add 6 and 4 together, it's 60%. If you say 6 out of 9, you get 66%. Whoever gets a majority vote brings in the law. So what do you want to choose? That's what I'm saying. God said 2019 to me. He said, Esther, it's a dividing line for God's children to wake up and decide which side are they on. So if you're not going to vote, you're giving a say. It means that the scale is tipping. Christianity will fall. It will no longer be in our country, and communism will rise. Socialism is communism. Socialism, it starts off with socialism and then it goes into Marxism and communism. They're all the same thing. Yeah, let us have a look and see. Ezekiel 22:30. Let's look at Ezekiel 22:30. This is part 1. I'm just going to put the verses here. I'm going to read them to you. I looked for a man, and I'm going to say for a woman as well. The Bible says for a man, but it's you and I. Among them who would build up the wall. That's the wall of Christianity, Judeo-Christianity. And stand before me, that's before God, in the gap on behalf of the land. That's you and I. I would not have to, so that I would not have to destroy it. God is looking at this stage, and I would like to just say thank you and give reference to the following people, and also for those that sent me the WhatsApp group. You'll see on part 1 I also thanked SA Voters Guide .org. Please go and look and see. You'll get information there as well. And then christianaction.org.za. Go and look. There's more than just voters on there. It's good for you for information. Then the other one that I want to give, I'm not going to write them down for time purposes. I don't have that much time, but you can rewind this this video, Deuteronomy, and that is 30 verse 19. And what it says there is, now choose life. And that's what you have to decide today. Who are you voting for? Life or death? So now choose life so that you and your children may live. You and your children may live. I'm just going to take one example, and that I'm calling to the women today. I'm speaking direct to the women because we carry the new life. Physical. We're the ones that carry the new life. Esther stood up. Esther 4 verse 14. Esther had to make a choice, and she had to speak up for her people. Who are our people? Our people are the Judeo-Christians. So you can decide what you want to do. Do you want to stay silent in a time like this? You will see right in the beginning what I showed here. And I'm just going to bring it over back again. I refuse to stop doing nothing. I refuse to be silent. I will not be silent anymore. I refuse to be silent. It is your time to stand with me. Let's not be silent. You have a choice to make. And I'm just going to take 1 or 2 of these, especially if we look at Deuteronomy 30, verse 19, and I'm speaking to the woman, we're 52% of the citizens of South Africa. Not all of us are able to vote. You have to be 18 and older. But I want to ask those that are listening to me, especially the younger generation, if you haven't voted, please go and register at the IEC. Until then, you want to be registered. If you can't vote now, vote in municipal elections in 2 years' time. Don't stop. Register. Be ready for when it's time for you to do. And don't have apathy. If you have apathy, it means you refuse to vote. That's what it is. That's the biggest problem in the Christian. But I'm going to help you with that. Remember, God is looking to see who's prepared to stand up for him. Exodus 18. I'm going to bring another one. Exodus 18. Verse 21. And I don't exempt old from new. It's one in the same Bible. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men. You and I are able. We can do it. Such as fear God. You and I do fear God. I believe we do. We have great reference for him. Men of truth. That's men and women. Men of truth. Hating covetousness. And place such over them to be rulers. So God is looking for the righteous men and women of God to be placed over them. Rulers over thousands, over 10,000, over 100,000. Rulers are needed. How can we actually say we don't want to vote? If we look at abortion, I'm just going to take just abortion. We're looking at Deuteronomy 30 verse 19 when we're talking about abortion. Bringing life, we must speak up. We must stop it. It cannot go on. If we look at abortion, we got the ACDP. I know I don't have everybody, but I do believe I have what I need. The ACO. Let's look at the Freedom Front Plus. And I'm going to use the CDP. And I'm going to use Christian Political Movement. And then we're going to look at the DA. And we're going to look at EFF. We're going to look at IFP. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is because I believe there's certain people that will stand up and change this. Thank you. ANC, DF, EFF, and the BLF. I don't have all information on the BLF, but that's not important to me. What is important to me is ACDP, what do they believe? They believe they are against, they are not for abortion. So they don't believe that we should kill our children. The ACO, they don't believe that we must kill our children. Freedom Front, I believe they also don't agree that we must kill our children. CDP, also have a look and see what's happening here. CPM, okay, so these are all that say they are not for abortion, okay? Now what about the one that says they are for abortion? Let's have a look. We have the DA. Okay, they say they are for abortion. EFF for abortion. IFP for abortion. ANC, BLF. You're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go through this and you can debate it and look at their constitution and look at it. And that's what it is. Let's discuss it. And I know it also means that we must also speak up for those that cannot speak up. But I'm going to read Proverbs for you. Proverbs 14, let's just take it there. Proverbs 14, verse 34. Remember, I don't have much airtime when it comes to the video because people don't want to watch long videos, so I'm trying my very best. Righteousness exalts a nation. Remember, this is righteousness. They are, this group here is not for abortions. If you've done it, God will forgive you, but he will say, do not go sin again. He said to the woman as well, where's your accusers? And she said, there's none, they've gone. And he said, neither will I accuse you, but don't go and sin again. These are for abortion. And funny enough, those that bring in abortion are alive. They're killing new life. God is for life. God is not for death. This is life, and this is death. If we take just myself, if I killed my children through abortion, they wouldn't be here today. I've got two beautiful sons, and I know that God is using them in a great way, and I am still to see many, many more miracles. But I could have aborted them. I could have decided, what the heck, I don't have the money for them. I can't look after them. Whatever the case may be. This is real life. Heart is beating. We do not have the right to murder. And that is what it is. It's pre-planned. You decide to go to the clinic and you decide to kill somebody's life. So if you want to choose anything, just one thing, to test who you're voting for, and you're not choosing life, because Jesus is life. Jesus died on the cross for you. He died for you, and he died to set you free. These others have got all other gods. And I can tell you, all these other gods that they are serving is also those that have been called up from the death. And God says we may not serve other gods excepting him. I don't know if this is helping you a bit. So I'm just going to give you an example. We did the tipping of the thing. I just want to, does your vote really count? God go with you. Love you. Bye-bye. Contact me on hopeprayerinaction@gmail.com. And my cell number is 082-9311-418. Let us pull South Africa back. If you want to be a prayer a watchman, please contact me on my WhatsApp. I gave you the number. And say, Esther, I want to be part of this prayer and action movement. And it's to bring back hope into our nation, because we have lost hope. So it's a prayer and action movement. Love you, love you, love you. I wouldn't be putting my voice out there if I didn't love South Africans. Take care, pass this on. Don't hold it to yourself. Blessings. Good night and bye-bye.